happening? Oh, looks like it's coming up. All right. Good. It's coming up. All right. Good. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. I have to put myself on mute here. And then once... Okay, let me see. I gotta put this on mute. That's what I gotta do. All right, this is mute. This is not mute. Okay, now I go here. All right, so because I'm sharing... All right, I'm in. I can do... So guys, that's good. You can see me. Perfect. It's just because when let me go down here. So I'll put this here so I don't share that. Let me turn this off. Okay, good. So I think I'm in Twitch. Good news. Okay, success. All right, so we're gonna head over there. See you there. Thank you so much for joining. All right. Let's see if we are good with audio. I'm gonna need some... Okay, let's see audio. What's my audio? I think my audio is good. All right, so I need some feedback from one person who is watching. I think that's my Instagram person. Give me a chat. Tell me everything is working. I'm a little nervous. I haven't done this in a while. Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and share this. So I'm gonna switch the screen. So this screen, and I'm going to add another screen. Not that one, this one. Do a different screen. Where's my display number 2, 0. Okay. Okay, good. I'm getting there. It's coming. Promise. Okay. It goes here. All right. All right, now I'm gonna go to my OBS and do it. Right, where's my... Okay. Transition. Okay. Okay, much better. Except I need to shrink it so it looks good. Looks a little bit off. Order. Move up. Okay, I need to make it smaller, I think. No, I don't want this. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Alright, we're not doing that. Sorry guys, so there's still a setup time. We're still setting up, so give me a little bit of time. I thought I had it, but then I decided to switch a display and now I'm struggling to set it up. So our properties. Oh, there we go. To window. Menu. No. To. I wanna fit. Okay. Is this better? No, still good. Still not good. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's the problem. Is because I changed the the window scene. That's why. That's what I need to change. Okay. Well, thank you for waiting, but actually it looks good here. All right, so maybe we are okay. All right, so maybe we are okay. I'm stressing out too much. I think we're fine. All right, so actually, let's just go ahead and see, because I am running Sanity here, which is a pretty cool little back-end application that I found. So I just need to log in, I think. Okay, let me find my... I'll just move this over here. Okay. Now we're gonna log in. So Sanity is basically this an interactive back-end database, which is pretty cool. I found it through one of the tutorials. Please let me know if my sound is bad. And what allows you to do is not only you can load data from like an API call, you can also do like adjustments on the UI, which is really, really cool. So for your administration needs, you can pretty much go in here and like, hey, I have some new information I want to update. And so this specific application is to sell some CBD products. And it's supposed to contain CBD products for many, many clients. For this one, this test client has client ID of 123. And we're supposed to figure out what kind of taxes should be applied to a specific kind of product. And you can see there's like a little flag here that says taxable. And then there's a SKU, and then there's some kind of information about this product that is used to apply taxes for it, because some states and some counties and some even cities in the United States, they make vendors pay taxes on the products of this type, and it's not heavily regulated, but the idea was to use an API to create this kind of tax application. So this is a local version of this Sanity Studio, and it is connected to a Sanity in the cloud, but you're able to manage it and also edit it and administrate it from the local development environment, which is pretty cool. Because let's see, I do have two of them. Let me see, which one am I at? I want to make sure I'm in the right one. Let's see here. There's this guy, and there's... Why do I have two of them? Now I don't remember. See, this is what happens when you don't work on something for a few months. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so if you see, like I created, I knew I was gonna forget what I'm doing here. So I created a README file, which is supposed to help me kind of navigate my own application, because this application is using an X for monorepo style development. And it has multiple applications here, which is, there is an API here, and there is an actual calculator app, which would be deployed out into the public. It's still missing a lot of things, but what it's not missing is some of the connection to the Sanity database through an API. So this API right here, if we expand that, is using, what is it using? It's using Nest.js, I think, for creating a backend API. So you can do data manipulation. In our case, it's just getting data from the backend into the client so we can create a calculation, because our calculation actually happens within this API too. So there's two things. There's a data service to get into Sanity, and there's a tax service which I wrote to calculate the taxes. I believe this is still work in progress, only because we don't have all of the taxes set up in our backend. So if we go back into our Sanity, we can see that there is, let's see, there is this object that I started loading, and this object has, for example, Connecticut calculation for taxes would be something what says in this description, and it has to be set up, which it did. It looks like I did set it up, except there was so that it's still something is still missing in this area. It has some data, but not all of it. So so it's basically something refillable, tax, blah blah. So that's the tax service. It actually goes and fetches data from here and then applies it to whatever a user is entering into the front end. So let me see if we can start at a front end, which is gonna have to happen only after we start both API and the app. So let's go ahead and use NX Console. That's what we're gonna use. All right, let's go ahead and serve. So you see, when we do serve in NX Console, two things drop down here. One is API, one is calculus. So let's do an API first. We'll do a run on it, which runs a task of npx nx serve API. So that actually under the hood it's nx run API serve, and it will go ahead and start our API. Right now it's showing us that Nest.js is the name of the package that I'm using to create this API is running. And how do we find out which port it's running? Is we can either scroll up here, or I know it's in my README, and we can actually click on this link and see. Yeah, let me show you. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So here's, all right, so here is the Swagger API description that I created, which is another plugin that you use on top of your API, just to kind of show you that your API is functioning, kind of thing. And I have a couple of endpoints here. They're all unprotected. So you kind of have to be logged in into Sanity for this to work. So if anyone tries to run it, it's really not going to work, because only I have access to the Sanity backend through GitHub. But yeah, you can kind of see what the post is doing. Here's the, you can actually run the hello API. So you know you get 200, and this is the message from the API. So I know my API is up and running. So now I can start my app, my calculator app, and let's see what this one looks. All right, here we go again. I'm just gonna hit run. And in the terminal, we kind of see that NX run calculator app serve in development mode. Development mode is something that's expected of Angular is expecting to know, like in which mode you want to run it, so it knows if there's anything special it needs to do. All right, so now we know we are running on 4200. I kind of will show you what this looks like. So here's our calculator app. So this app is supposed to do following things. It's supposed to allow you to select this state. And this, I believe this is a debugging information that I put on the page. But we know that our API returned this list of different things that Colorado has in terms of taxes. It has something by city. Let's see. So there's, if you were to enter Boulder, it really should be using this data. And everything else. Oh, there's another city, Vail. So this could be by city Vail. So there's one in Aspen. So as you can see, like Colorado has a bunch of different. There's another city that has its own different logic. So there's a bunch of different cities. There's also some cities with now, but there's one with Springs created. So there's probably not all of this is correct. But I remember the next thing I was working on was adding a form, and that's gone. I remember seeing it for a second. Let's put a city in it and see if it's gonna change how this works. Let's do Colorado. Okay, so that I don't see the form anymore. All right, so what we will debug is why is our form is not showing, because I know that I was working on a form. So we're gonna close API, open calculator app. Let's see, so this is the details. Okay, so this form is supposed to show up. It's not showing up. Let's find out where exactly we are adding this form. Okay, so so where's that data? We just saw that bunch of data in here. Okay, let's look on here. Maybe it's over here. So I don't remember where we added it. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, let's see what happened here. We'll just debug. Text data. Text data goes here after selection. Where the heck is this? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I did add this. Maybe I need to just get rid of this. Okay, so that's what okay, now I remember. So once the state is selected, we should have some data, but why are we not having the fields? I bet you it's just covering it up. Let's give it a try now. Oh, yeah, I was right. So the data should go in here, but it should not cover our form. But when we do a form, like this form is supposed to be added, right? Once you add the form, it should go into this list and give you kind of a calculation on how much the person would pay in taxes. So let's see if we have, oh, I remember. So we'll just see if this adds, because remember we did adding of the product. Yeah, this probably should be 255. One. Okay, so a couple of things I don't like is it only has a label inside. It doesn't actually have a label on the outside, which it should be. It should jump up into like a little area at the top. Let's just fix that. I want to fix that. I don't like how it looks. Because it's a placeholder, but there is no label. Okay. Mat form field. I'll just see how the mat form field is supposed to have a label on it. I'll just Google that. Label. all. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see how in this example how it jumps to the top? Much nicer. Okay. And mid label. Okay, so it just goes inside. We'll just do the same thing. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is much better. So once it's entered, you could still see what you're... I think that looks a lot better, don't you think? Let's do the rest of them. It won't take that much time. So this is name. This one's price. Yep. This one is wholesale price. Quantity. Okay, good enough. Let's see what it looks now. Is it any better? Yeah, it's much better. Okay. All right, so one thing that is definitely not right is you can enter anything you want in product price. We can fix that. So probably need to go into input and see how we can limit all these things. Input types. Okay, so there's the types. There's password number. Is it number? Maybe we need to do number. Oh, check it out. There's also this. We can do that too. Okay. I like that. Alright, so let's do type. So, what do I want to Google? I want to do mat import money. How do people do this? Let's see what this one says. Oh, it's using a type. Okay. We can do that. That's not good. Still doing that. Oh, it's just using okay, I don't like that. Just using a type. Currency mask example. I haven't done this in a long time, so let's see what people are doing with this. Currency. Not an actual example here. Okay. Already here. How to... It is a currency pipe. It doesn't actually transform, does it? Okay, let's see if this works. No. Okay, this does work. Okay, so in this example, it's using a pipe inside a component. Is that the way they want everyone to do it? I don't know. I'll just do a type number and then we'll do a pipe later. Okay, type. equals number. Yeah, we're not doing the model yet. Not there yet. Quantity. This could be a number. Price. This could be a number. Oh guys, so this, what you're seeing right here, little gray stuff over here, this is my Copilot from GitHub. I do pay for it. It's a few dollars a month. It's not that expensive, but you can see it actually types you an example of what should be going next or what it thinks it should be. It's basically like an AI for your code. It's really handy because you can see that I'm already doing ng model on my name, and it's just logical that I need to do ng model on all the other input fields. So it's kind of it's anticipating what the next thing would be. Kind of cool. Highly recommend it. Okay, so let's see if we can now enter letters into our app. Okay, we can. This is fine. This is, yeah, probably product name should not have the number type. This is text. That would just be text. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, good. So this is number. This is. It went okay with the E. Why did it go okay with the E? Oh, so maybe E is a number? Not sure. Probably. Infinity. Interesting. So it does take the E. Okay, good. So it doesn't take letters. We want that. So we have a little bit of validation added. You can see that we have ng model on 2 of the fields. We have the SKU number and the product name going into the field, not the wholesale price, and all the other ones are also not in our grid. So we can fix that. Let's just fix that. So let's check out what is our model. Did we create the model? I know there should be a model. So model has a name and ID, so we probably should add the rest of the fields. Let's see what this is. So there's a wholesale price. Okay, let's go ahead and let's go back to, just go field by field because I don't remember. Okay, all right, so we have the ID, we have the name. Okay, price. Okay, let's go to the price. We'll just do it the other way. So we'll do price. Let's add price. How do you? Okay, there we go. No, I don't want to do that. Why does it not let me add price here? Fine, I'll do it like this. Actually, do I want it to have a null in it? Probably could. Yeah, I can do that. I can use a null in here. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so we have a price, so I'll just do a model on it. Price. Okay, we can do, you can see how cool that is, right? You can see that I'm not even typing anything. All I do is I do a new line and then I do tab, and it actually trying to figure out what the next logical thing is, and probably wholesale could be lowercase. So I can go ahead and change it here. This looks much better. Okay, so is it going to recognize I changed it? Wholesale price. Should. Okay, so right now, okay, so it's still thinking. That's fine, let it think. Okay, so quantity. So let's create this property. We'll do quantity. You can see, like, I just typed quantity and I do tab and it creates the field for me. And this is using GitHub Autopilot. And the way you get to it, a little detour, just so anybody who's super confused what a GitHub Autopilot is, you go into extensions and you type GitHub Copilot, Autopilot, GitHub Copilot, and then you go through the step-by-step instructions. It will ask you to log into GitHub, and you'll have to make a payment eventually. Okay, so that's quantity, and you can see I'm getting some errors here, and the reason I'm getting errors is probably because I am adjusting an interface, and the build process is choking on it. It doesn't like that I'm changing types on the fly, so it can't really rebuild any APIs on the fly like that. So I have to stop the debugging and restart everything. We can do that in just a second. You can see, like, so our Angular didn't pick up the interface change. All right, so that's quantity, wholesale. We got the price, name. Okay, so the other thing we were missing is in our grid, we were missing the one of the columns. So we can go there now. Okay. Is it products? All right, so here are columns, wholesale price. Container, what's happening here? Okay, so let's do just price column. We have price and quantities. I think are the only ones that are missing. Okay, so price. And we'll do the quantity. Column. Okay, and this is column, column. Okay. And this is gonna be. All right. Oh, so we're gonna change this here too. Quantity. Okay. Oops. Just like that. Okay, well, let's see. It actually is semi-satisfied. Let's see if it's going to work. We got an error, so we'll just inspect really quick. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and select. All right, so you can see, like, right now we have default prices on it, quantity, and the price is 0. This probably should be a 1. Let's change that to a 1. And let's get rid of price because we don't want it to show a number. And it is a nullable column, so it's good. We should be able to do that. Let's try it again. See if okay, so product quantity is 1. So let's say we enter something here, we enter something here. And 2, add. Where are our columns? I only have 3 columns. I want more columns. I should have a lot more things here. So where are our columns? I bet you I didn't add them here. That is correct. So we have, check it out. Our Copilot is giving us something. It's not all right, but we'll just take it and then we'll fix it. It's price and quantity for sure. There's no action. We did add quite price and quantity. I think those are the only two we added. Okay, let's see. Price, quantity, good. Although I don't like that our columns don't match the form. Wholesale should be after the price. Let's do that. Let's change that up. We'll put this guy after this guy. Okay, that's much better. Okay. Wholesale price. Ah, okay. Wait. We also need to change it here. I guess that's not where you change it. I think you change it here. Alright, so we got, let me just see. Product name, product price, name, and then wholesale. Okay, so it goes, this defines the order of it. Okay, let's see what happened. Price, wholesale price, Alabama, Alaska. Oh, I just went to Alaska. That was fun. Okay, let's see what's happening here. I have some kind of chat here. Okay, product quantity. Alright, so let's see, we're gonna do A, B, 1, 2, 3. A, B. Okay, wholesale price did not execute. So let's see what's happening here. Okay, this is probably why, because we still didn't update. So we did update wholesale to lowercase at the template. So it's probably like this and like this, because we change it from the source. It needs to match, because JavaScript is very particular about case sensitivity on variable names. All right, so let's see if that is fixed. 1, 2, 3. All right, I think we're good. All right, and actually creates multiple things. Let's see if our paging works. All right, we got, ooh, look, we have 10 per screen, and then we can go to next page, and we can't really tell if it's, let's change something so we know we're on the next page. Okay, so here's our last page. Why is our product quantity now? It's changing. Something's up. Something is up. Okay, so ideally when we add a product with a different SKU, it should add that. So something's up. Let's see. Okay. What is going on? Add products. Let's put that line back. And I took that line out. Let's put it back because it's not right. Alright, let's do A, B, 1. Okay. And we'll do this, and let me, why the heck is it like that? Let's put on the side, the other side. Don't like it on this side, I want it on this side. Okay, just gonna do a lot of debugging, see what's going on. Okay. checked. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, why is it working now? What happened? 31. That's weird. So it is working. 3. Is it a glitch? I don't know. Just keep an eye out on it. This. Let's make it go to the second page and see if there is something of a glitch here. Aha. Okay, so there is something about second page. You can see there's an error. So it's basically not going to the second page. It's just staying on the same page. It shows there are 14 items on this page, but it actually didn't switch, because if it did, and we added one more item, it would show that last item on the list on the bottom, but it's not. So we know this is broken. Let's just figure out what's going on. So we can do this. Let's see, what did we click on? Data product data source. So something's up with this. Connect. So this connect over here is, this is data source for the grid, which is something I got from an example on Material Grid. So maybe something with this product item. So let's go to products data source and see what's going on. So products data source. Okay, so it knows to use this. Products data source. Okay. They're all using the same, right? Okay, data. Let's check this out. What's happening here? Get sorted data. Get sorted data. So something's up with the second page. Second page. Please set the paginator and sort on the data. So is that the error we had? Data is not terrible. Interesting. For some reason I remember seeing this error before. Okay, let's do this. Let's console log this data. Get sorted, get page data. So it should execute. So if there is a paginator, it should slice the data and go to the next page from this code. So I don't know which part it's breaking on. Is it on this guy or on this guy? And the only way to do that is we gotta do a little bit of do const sorted equal just to see where are we failing, which line. Okay. Got a little bit of digging. Let's see what's going on here. So now we're gonna have to kind of do the same thing over and over again until we get to the second page. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items, and I want to just change something here so we know we're on the second page. Okay, so now we're gonna click second page and see where we failed. Okay, so the data is definitely there. Previous page index 0, page index 1. What's wrong with this data? Looks like an array. Why is it not liking this? Data is not editable. 39. Okay, so this is the part it cannot sort. Not sort it. Okay, so something with the sorting. Let's figure this one out. What? My first question is, why is it trying to cast it? That's what I don't like. It doesn't need to cast it. It's already an array. This is kind of weird. Let's just get rid of this. Data. What is it? Data is product item. Sort the data if you're using class. Why doesn't it like the data? What's wrong with this data? Page. Oh. Okay. Oh, so it doesn't know what this data is really. So this is part of this merge. Oh jeez, Louise. Why is it or? Can I just do generator? Oops. Sorry. That's my bad. I wonder if I can do this or not. Index is a number. Sort. So sort goes here. Index goes there. Can I just do that or no? Or does it like that? Doesn't like that. So I guess I do need to do it like that. Can I just do it as? Without any kind of... I wonder if I can do that. Well, let's find out. At first it's okay. It's the second time around where it's not happy. Okay, it's already broken somewhere. No? Okay, so I do need this. So somehow that means it's what the heck is it? So that means this thing is casting it specifically to this, and when it's not that, what does it do? It's this guy that's broken then. This dot sort direction return data. There's no sort. I don't think I have a sort. Do I have a sort? It's a good question. Let me see if I'm setting a sort. I do have a sort, which is this. What is this sort? Oh, this is not good. I need to fix this. Okay, so this is on a component. Do I have a sort? Sort. I don't have a sort. So if I don't have a sort, then it just returns a list, right? Oh my goodness. Get the page data. Start. Okay, let's put a break here and see what it's doing. Okay, this I don't like. We need to fix this first. So this product item is coming from API interfaces, right? Where's my API interface? So I have also a folder for libraries. Product item. This is the one we were just changing. It's used in multiple places. That's why it's a library. but it's not supposed to deep search for it. It's supposed to use at library, blah blah blah. So let's see, it's supposed to go like this. No, let's see how it's supposed to go. At ends, at ends, API interfaces. No. No. Can I just go like that? We'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can go. API interfaces. Okay, so let's see if we have it in the index. We do. So this should be there. Product item. Product item. So why is it not showing up? Okay. Okay, it's fine. Now it's okay. Now it's happy. Product component. That's not happy here. Okay. Where's our data source again? Okay, just a backslash or forward slash. All right, good. So it's supposed to be like this. So this just indicates that it's in a library. Can be deep links. Deep links are not good. Not in Annex. Okay, so what do we got here? So far, so good. The only thing we don't have is a second page. That's what we're trying to fix here. So let's go back to here. Let's just add one. Okay. So this is adding, all good and dandy. So now we're going to debug our page next. So our data right now is not the list, as you can see. So this is the problem. So at this point, what we don't have is we don't have the data inside of our merge. What the heck? That's not good. Why is it not in there? It was always in there, now it's not in there. So I wonder if we need to... That's so weird. I just wonder if we need to encapsulate all logic for fetching and yeah, see what they're doing here is I think I changed it. So this was just a list and I changed it to be a an observable. And now that I have an observable, it doesn't like it, but it needs to be okay with it because paginator, sorter. Oh, it's almost like I have to tap my observable and save, just like I have the sort and paginator. So, but this is an observable, and this is an observable. Oh, gosh. I think I need to do something else for the paging. I think I'm gonna sleep on this because I don't want to think about this right now. It's it seems like almost I need to do a pipe on my data and do something else on it again after the pager goes off. So yeah, because this was not in this merge, this was like just data that's passed in just like paginator and a sort, unless I change it back to just be product items. That's an option too. So maybe I'll do that next time. I think we did a lot for today. Let's see. Yeah, we're at 1 hour. Guys, you know what? I'm so happy that I had some people here because otherwise I would be talking into abyss. Hopefully next time we can do a little bit more on this because obviously there's still lots and lots to do on here. Also, this is public GitHub. It used to be private when we just started out, but since I'm the only one who's kind of playing with it, I figured I'll make it public in case anyone wants to play with it. So go ahead and check it out, and you just go to github.com. Okay, it's SkyEnds, and this is the repository. So go and check it out. I'll push the latest code that we just worked on. Yeah, looks like it's also deployed to Heroku, but we're not doing much with it. So yeah, so check it out if you want to. It's out there, and shoot me a tweet or like a DM if you have any questions, because I'm not getting any chats, which is normal. I know this is a lot, but just to go over a few things that I used in my VS Code. Main things: GitHub Copilot. Go check it out. It's pretty cool. It's an extension. It's part of the extensions over here. It's basically AI pair programming. I think this is next level, guys. It's you saw how cool it was. So check that out. Another extension that I use heavily with NX is NX Console. Same thing in your extensions. You type NX Console, and it wants me to reload it. Whatever, I reloaded. But you can see how many cool things that come with it. You can pretty much generate any component. It could be like Angular. It pretty much replaces your Angular CLI, and you can create classes, interfaces. You can create anything with this. You can do the run, you can do the build. So if you wanted to see what your code is going to be like when you build it in production mode, we did the serve. There's also lint and test on here. The end-to-end testing is part of it. So all of the important parts of it is here. You can also explore what affected means and affected graph and all these things in here. There's also migrate command. All these are really useful when you are out there programming. So go check them out. A couple of shortcuts that I used to open terminal was command tilde, which is the same as open new, I don't even know where it is. Selection view. Oh, terminal, new terminal. So you, like when you have no terminal open, you can do command tilde, which is right next to 1 on the left side of your keyboard. That's really I don't use a lot of shortcuts. I'm kind of old school maybe, or just too lazy to remember. I know a few shortcuts. I don't use a lot of them. I probably should. Right now, I have my actually, I did a resume on my GitHub, which is not very, what do you call it? Common thing to do, because you don't really want to put too many things on here. And if you go to GitHub and you click on my name, you probably see it in one of the repositories. Yeah, it's my resume. So all I did is I just created a README file with like some things on here. So yeah, if you're starting out, I don't see a problem with doing that, especially if you're trying to build your GitHub with more things for people to view, so you don't have to send people, a resume, email, LinkedIn link, and this and that. So you can kind of consolidate everything in GitHub. In GitHub could be a resume, because I want to see code, right? So I would go ahead, and after I look at this, I go into repositories and see what that person has. One other tricks I wanted to bring up is when you are creating a repository, and if it's code that you would like to see a person straight off the bat what it's doing, pretty cool thing to do is to utilize what do you call it? Let's see, I'm trying to show you an example after I tell you it's cool. Is StackBlitz it? It's pretty easy to do. All you do is you go to StackBlitz and you type in GitHub / your username and the name of your repository, and it kind of builds it up for you. And you can include the link inside your about the repository. So when somebody comes in and they're like, oh, what does this do? Do I really need to run it? I don't want to run it. How about I just click on a link? It opens the StackBlitz. It clones the repository for the person who is looking at your code. They have their code on the left and they have the actual presentation on the right, which is really, really cool for somebody who has lots of resumes on their table. So pretty cool trick. Go use it if you're not yet using it. And again, you can kind of disciple of how I did it from the link to this repository. You can see there is a stackblitz.com, GitHub, then my username, and then the name of the repository, and it clones and builds and creates the whole thing for you. And then it opens up StackBlitz for the person who clicked on it. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm really excited that I did it for since I haven't done it for a long time. The live coding was super fun. I hope you can come back again tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do tomorrow before my next trip. I'm going again on vacation before my next project starts. I'm actually going again to a cold place in Canada to go ski. So yeah, just taking my 2 teenagers to ski and come back and hopefully start on my new project, which I am very, very eager to start. So until then, follow me on Twitter at KateSky8. Go join my my Telegram channel. All of these things are in my links at katesky.code. I think I have that also linked up in my Twitch. I think it's also under KateSky8. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I have, guys. Thank you so much for joining, all 5 of you. All right, good luck, and I will see you soon. Bye.